Hello again. Tonight's Advent story is called The Missing Reindeer by Joanna Burns. One of the Christmas elves came running into the workshop in a panic. Uncle Holly! Uncle Holly! The flying reindeer are missing! The reindeer can't be missing. Don't be silly, replied Uncle Holly. This is the most important night of the year. The gate is open and the enclosure is empty, Uncle Holly. The reindeer can't be missing. Let me come out and see, replied Uncle Holly. Uncle Holly followed the Christmas elf outside into the snow. There are no footprints, only reindeer hooves. Those mischievous frost sprites must have opened the gate and let the reindeer out. We have to keep this secret from Father Christmas and hope the reindeer return safely home. Early in the day, at the Frost Palace, the Frost Queen and King were busy preparing for the Christmas Day feast. The frost sprites were bored, and only one thing happened when the frost sprites were bored: mischief. The sprites had went to see Cook and asked if they could make biscuits, but Cook said no, she was too busy to make biscuits with them. She gave them all an ice cream sundae and shooed them away. The sundaes were quickly eaten and the frost sprites were bored again. Let's go and play a game of ice hockey in the Great Hall, said one. I'm sure to score a goal, let's go, replied another. The frost sprites hadn't been playing long when the Frost Queen came in and chased them out as the tables for the great feast were being put out. Cook can't make biscuits with us because she's busy. We can't play ice hockey in the Great Hall because tables are being put out for the feast. What are we going to do? Complained the frost sprites to the Frost Queen. Go and see the Frost King and ask him if he can take you outside. I'm overseeing the preparations in the Great Hall. Go, said the Frost Queen. The frost sprites went leaping away to find the Frost King. Frost King! Frost King! Can we go ice skating? Shouted the excited frost sprites. I'm very sorry, frost sprites. The deliveries have started to arrive for the great feast. I have to make sure the deliveries go to the correct place. I would much rather go ice skating or sledging with you, but I can't. Why don't you go and build a snowman? The Frost King suggested. The frost sprites walked slowly along the corridor. I don't want to build a snowman, complained one. Shh, and follow me, said another. Very quietly, on their tiptoes, trying not to make a sound, the frost sprites sneaked along the hallways of the palace, down the steps of the grand staircase, to the giant front doors. The doors were open, and the frost sprites crept out the door without being seen. What do we do now? Said one of the frost sprites. We can't go ice skating or sledging without the Frost King. I don't want to build a snowman. I don't want to throw snowballs. Shall we go and see the flying reindeer? Suggested another sprite. Yes, let's go and see the reindeer before the big night. The frost sprites made their way to the enclosure where the flying reindeer were kept. The sprites moved with a springing step which left no footprints in the snow. Hello, Dasher, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen. Where's Rudolph? Over here. A bright red light could be seen approaching through the snow. Hello, Rudolph. How are you? Relaxing before your busy night ahead? Not long now till we'll be flying all over the world delivering presents with Father Christmas by guiding his sleigh. But we can play a game with you sprites just now. All you need to do is open the gate. The sprites opened the gate and the reindeer were free. Have you met the polar bear cub Hamish? Asked one of the sprites. No, we've never been to meet the polar bears, replied Rudolph. Follow us and we'll take you to meet Hamish, said the sprites. He's very playful. Rudolph turned to the other reindeer. I'll go in front and follow the sprites. If you all follow me, we'll all go to meet Hamish the polar bear cub. The reindeer set off after the sprites. The snow had been falling lightly, but began to fall more heavily and swirl around. It was difficult to see the way ahead. Rudolph, I can just see your nose, but I can't see anything else. Are we going the right way? Called the nervous Vixen. Sprites, I can't see your footprints, as you're so light on your feet and the snow is swirling all around. Are you still there? There was no reply. Sprites, can you hear me? Rudolph shouted into the snow. There was still no reply. Don't panic, reindeer. The frost sprites won't leave us here lost in the snow. They will send help, and we'll be back in our enclosure before tonight's mission, said Rudolph, trying not to panic. Rudolph! Rudolph, are you there? I can't see you, shouted the sprite, leading the way to the polar bears. There was no answer. In a louder voice, the frost sprite called out again, Rudolph! Are you there? Maybe we should get you back to your enclosure so you have time to rest and eat before tonight. The snow isn't stopping. We can take you to meet Hamish the polar bear cub another day." There was still no answer. "Sprites, we need to go back to the Frost Palace as fast as we can and tell the Frost Queen what has happened. We have to get the reindeer back to their enclosure in time for tonight's sleigh ride. The Frost Queen will know what to do to find the missing reindeer." The sprites leaped through the swirling snow as fast as they could back to the Frost Palace. "Frost Queen! Frost Queen! We've lost the flying reindeer!" shouted the Frost Sprites as they charged through the giant front doors to the Frost Palace. Calm down, and tell me what's happened," replied the Frost Queen. "We were going to take the flying reindeer to see the polar bear cub Hamish, and the reindeer were following us, but then the snow started swirling all around and we lost the reindeer. Go and ask Cook to make you all a mug of hot chocolate. I'll go out on the frozen sleigh to find the reindeer." The frozen sleigh's lights were able to see through the swirling snow, and in the distance the Frost Queen could see a small red dot. She kept travelling in that direction. A very relieved Rudolph was pleased to see the bright lights approaching. "Frost Queen, thank goodness you found us. We thought we would miss our most important job of the year. I apologise for my mischievous Frost Sprites, who meant no harm, but got you lost in this snowstorm. Follow the lights of my frozen sleigh and I will return you to your enclosure." Rudolph turned to his companions. "Reindeer, the Snow Queen will take us home. Follow the lights." When the Frost Queen and the reindeer arrived at the reindeer enclosure, Uncle Holly and the Christmas elves were waiting for the reindeer's safe return. Uncle Holly did not usually raise his voice, but today was not a usual day. "Reindeer, where have you been? Today is not a day for adventure." "Frost Queen, thank you for guiding the reindeer home. They can now eat and rest before their very important job this evening," said a very relieved Uncle Holly. "I apologise for my mischievous Frost Sprites. They meant no harm, but wanted to take the reindeer to meet the polar bear cub Hamish. I hope Father Christmas is not angry with me," replied the Frost Queen. "Father Christmas is preparing for the night ahead with Mrs. Claus and does not know the reindeer have been missing. This secret is best kept between the two of us." Frost Queen. "No more of this adventure shall be said," replied the Frost Queen. "I hope all goes well this evening delivering presents to children all over the world, and I will see you tomorrow at the Frost Palace for our celebratory Christmas Day feast." "Thank you, Frost Queen. Elves, let's find some warm blankets for those reindeer so they can rest, and bring some carrots and apples for them to eat. They deserve a treat. I will visit the Christmas house and tell Father Christmas the reindeer are being well looked after. Make sure the gate to the enclosure is closed. No more adventures for those reindeer before the magic begins." Ho, 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 ho. Thank you so much, Joanna. What a lovely story. I hope you enjoyed tonight's Advent story. Don't miss out on the chance of some more Christmas magic by booking my new online Santa at Home grotto now. The elves and I have been very busy getting the Wi-Fi sorted out in the North Pole so that we can all meet and chat together via Zoom and have a right good Christmas party together. Book now at santaathomeofficial.com. Merry Christmas, everyone.